All right, this is Tom with No Huntsville in our new studios over at Pinhook Provisions. Of course, all of our sponsors we like to give shouts out to. So Pinhook Provisions, you should check out. They get the truck rallies now over here daily. So you guys check out breakfast and lunch over here at Pinhook Provisions. They're giving us the studio space. Very nice of those guys. Also to our sponsors, Yellowhammer. And to our new sponsor, Tangled String Studios. Great guys over there putting on great events and just a beautiful shop they have over there at Low Mill. So speaking of Low Mill, we have the comedy guys in from Can't Afford Cable to talk to us about what they have going on over at Low Mill as well, over at Prototype. So guys, thanks for coming in and hanging out with me tonight.
Oh, thank you for having us.
All right, so some familiar faces. Scott, you've been in before. We did some long sessions before, right? Some of it we aired, and some of it we could not.
That sounds right. Sounds about right.
I've been on your show before, so we kind of have some promotion here. But let's talk about specifically Can't Afford Cable, because, well, we'll get into why I called you guys up today. But let's first give a premise to what you guys are all about here in Huntsville. So someone take it away.
Sure. Can't Afford Cable is basically a conglomerate of a whole bunch of comedians, all of which we actually made new relationships with through the comedic scene, stand-up comedy,
right?
Mostly clockwork comedy that's actually in our space over at Prototype Multimedia. And we started Crash Boom Bang Theater, I guess, a while back with Matt Pakula,
right,
and Tommy and Hodge and myself and Clem Wrightington, a whole bunch of others back in the day, and we were doing live theater. But back then we didn't have cameras or anything really at our disposal, so we wanted to take the live aspect of things that we were doing and we wanted to immortalize them because we had all these great sketches and content that we couldn't actually share with everybody else in the world. So we started trying to get together some sketches and whatnot, and
right.
We said, well, this is a lot of fun, but it would be great to start bringing in some of the comedians who are constantly coming through our space. So we kind of put together a core group of people, local comedians, that we could start putting together shows, and so it kind of turned into this variety show that's now called Hullabalo. And so we do live performances, live sketches, band interacting with the host and the audience. It's always a new host. It's always a new comedic host. And there's always new sketches. And we test content in front of the audience to gauge their reactions. And then if they like them, then we end up shooting them. And then they get to see them at the next show. And people can also do submissions for scripts if they have stuff that they want us to shoot. Or even if they just want to write us and tell us how much they love or hate the sketches that we're producing.
Yeah, write us a letter.
Yeah. Speaking of letters.
All right. Good segue. So I want to start on how I saw it, and then we'll go into contacting you, and then go on to what actually happened.
Okay.
All right. So everybody out, if you don't know what's going on, so I was at lunch today, and I get a text from a good friend of mine who says, "Hey, something's going on with Roy Moore, and you need to get the guys over from Can't Afford Cable onto the show and interview them about this crazy thing that's going on." So I look on your Facebook page, and I see a letter. Now today the infamous letter.
The infamous letter.
Yeah. So it was a letter supposedly from Roy Moore's office that's talking about kind of a cease and desist with a video you guys put up online, right? A comedy sketch.
Yes.
A really funny one, actually. I was trying to piece what was going on, and then I saw the actual skit, which onto itself, to me, was really good. Beside the story that we have to tell around it, which is really great. So either way, I was like, all right, let's get these guys on to discuss what's going on, because it was pretty cool. So now you guys take it. Tell me. Let's start with the skit, and then tell me what happened from there.
I wrote a sketch called Never Have I Ever, which, without giving too much away, you can view on the Can't Afford Cable.
Yeah, it's up there.
And I'll post this video and put a link to the actual...
Yeah.
Sweet.
Which the content of that is basically it's a comedy sketch about alcohol and devil worship,
Right.
for lack of a better
As a lot of parties do.
description. Correct. We made the sketch, and we love it. We thought it was very funny. I wrote the sketch. Joel and John and myself all acted in it, along with Ari Kobler, Ashley Vaughn, and Zach De La Cruz. Zach and Ari are part of kind of our core group, and Ashley was nice enough to step in and play a part.
She
in the
did a
video.
really good job on it.
Yeah.
She was great.
Yeah, played
Great eyes.
great eyes.
Yeah.
Played John's crazy girlfriend.
Exactly.
She does that well.
We made the video, and we decided for this next edition of Hullabalo, which is going to be hosted by Joel. Joel had the wonderful idea of, this is, this content's kind of right up the alley of what would really bug Roy Moore.
So Roy Moore, let's get the background on Roy Moore,
Yeah.
right?
Chief Justice.
Chief Justice Roy Moore.
Correct.
Is he the infamous Ten Commandments Roy
He
Moore?
is. He
right?
is. He is. He's a godly man. And we
It's an understatement, but all right.
Yeah. It seemed that the content of this video would be something that it would be completely believable, that would just kind of, bug him to the point that maybe they would try to stifle us a little bit. So Joel
Right.
said, you know what? I think it would really get the word out why don't we create this kind of smear campaign where we can partner with the Rocket Wrangler, which is a local satirical website that publishes a lot of great satire. For instance, to give you an example, they posted an article last year about a new sports stadium that was going to be built downtown.
And I don't know how many times I've heard people talk about that. Right. So, it's a fact.
So exactly, it got so big the city council had to address it at a meeting. So it was like it was perfect. So we partnered with the Rocket Wrangler, and Joel had a great idea to write some satire articles about that, but then also make it look like Roy Moore's office had responded to us and asked us to not display the video. So we all thought it was a great idea. So Joel and John crafted a letter from Roy Moore's office.
A satirical letter.
A satirical letter. A satirical
I made
letter.
sure
That was
to
a
put that
work
in
of
there.
satire.
A satirical letter that was basically a cease and desist. And we published that on the Can't Afford Cable website. And the Facebook page, and it started to get traction.
Yes,
and you
so-
you heard about it
we
today.
heard
So
about
he
it.
wrote me today right away and said, "You guys got to get this on because something's happening." And I said,
Yeah,
all right.
and
And I was like, "I hate that Roy Moore anyway."
I know, right? I know, and
Whatever.
all of a sudden, John was contacted by the chief of staff from Roy Moore's office.
So now we're going out of realm of art. We're going into reality.
It's reality. This is
We've
totally real.
made the cross. So wait.
Yes.
Also, I contacted you today
Yes.
saying that I want to keep going with this.
Yes.
I
Right.
want to take this another
We were going to
step.
perpetuate.
And we
Because
were fine with that.
I wanted to
Yes.
come in this like I had
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
this is crazy guys and tell me more about it.
We
You can't
honestly
really
didn't
shut down
think
the
there
show,
would be
can
any
you?
attention from it whatsoever.
We
Like,
did not think it would go to that level. I mean,
right.
we were thinking surely along the lines of really performance art,
right.
almost in that it would add on because let's be honest, a lot of people out there see that and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And then that just drums up interest. And of course, we would not forever go on and say, look, it was just really part of a really, which we all thought was a smart, funny marketing plan.
That's exactly what it was.
To get people to see the videos and also come out to the show and maybe a little fun poke at just the state of Alabama and Chief Justice Roy Moore in a playful way.
Right.
And his chief of staff didn't see it that way.
So let's talk about that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
who got the call today?
I did.
Mr. Solid did.
I actually first he pinged us on Facebook, like directly, and it's
With a
it was-
very well worded message.
yeah, actually,
Very serious.
Yeah.
Do you
This
have
is
the
not
message
joking
up with
around.
you?
Yeah. Okay. Dear Mr. Sawa and Can't Afford Cable, I am the Chief of Staff for Chief Justice Roy Moore of the Alabama Supreme Court. We have been made aware of the letter you posted on the Can't Afford Cable Facebook page claiming to be from Chief Justice Moore. As you likely know, the letter you posted is a fake, should be removed immediately, and a truthful clarification posted instead.
They asked for a retraction.
Asked for a retraction.
They asked for a retraction.
Yes. There is no such case before the Alabama Supreme Court. Chief Justice Moore has not forgotten how to spell his own last name, which by the way, is because John Sawa misspelled Roy Moore's name on this letter.
I didn't misspell it.
Somebody,
but
whoever
know,
did.
so
but
many people
some
got
people
the
had a
approval
hand.
for it.
Yeah,
but
it passed through so
I
many
went
people's
through
desks.
so many people. Nobody noticed this.
Nobody noticed.
So-
But yeah, so Roy Moore was misspelled on the... And no, Roy knows how to spell his name.
Yes.
And Ben Dupree wants us to be aware of that. And I had never, at no point, believed that he didn't. Okay. Okay, he can spell his own last name. And he sent no such letter to anyone on Sunday, September 27th, 2015, or any other day.
Very emphatic word. Very emphatic.
Yes, that was parenthetical and emphatic.
Yeah.
Should you continue in your improper attempt to misuse Alabama Supreme Court letterhead and a forged signature to promote yourself on social media, our office and or other officials will consider further action. Thank you for your immediate attention to this matter.
And my response was, is this fucking real?
Yeah, I was like, come on, some
"Is this
radio
fucking
DJ
real?"
in town was like,
I was like,
"Hey, let's-
somebody is
Right.
jerking
Yeah,
our
let's
chain.
count
That
And-
would have been funny if somebody else was punking you guys. with
Yes,
that, 'cause that would've been-
my
Yeah.
first initial thought, because I was
Yeah.
like, "There's no way this could garner the attention of the actual chief of staff."
Yeah.
And so I Googled Ben Dupree, and sure enough, he
That's
was
him.
he was
That's the
appointed
guy.
chief of staff
And
this
these
past
came
January.
from his social media channel.
He is an attorney, so of course, yeah, he knows
He
the
just
letter
started
of the
going out.
law.
He started
What's
going
what.
out to all of our channels, like even Twitter pages that I didn't even know existed that we owned, and I was just like, "Where are we? Is this guy for real? Like, is this some dude messing with us?" And so I call up the office. I sent him a message first of all, and I'm like, "All right, if you're for real, then let me talk to you in person. You know, if this is the real deal." And he's like, "Yeah, you can reach me anytime. Here's my office number." I was like,
Oh
"Shit."
God.
So, okay, I'll call him. And of course, he doesn't answer right away. I get, his secretary at first, and she's like, "Well, he's not available at the moment." And I'm like, "Okay, well, do you know anything about this? Is this really happening? Is he really coming after us?" And she's like, "If you don't cease and desist because of the actual letterhead that you used on the letter, then, yeah, we're going to be taking any legal means necessary to come after you."
All right.
Okay. And so I keep talking. I was like, "Guys, I don't know what we're supposed to
So
do
the
here."
letter did us in.
Yeah.
The letter did
The
us.
letter did
Yeah.
us in.
We could have.
How
kept
could
it,
we
I
get
guess,
him
if we
around
did
the
it
letter?
different, but,
Well, if the issue of satire articles is completely covered by the First Amendment, we could say
gotcha.
whatever we
Yeah.
wanted,
But
but
it's like using the seal.
old
is
saying.
where
it's the Alabama State seal and the actual letterhead. I guess
And his signature.
we reached a little too far for the authenticity.
You forgot who your real audience is, Scott. You
which
could have dumbed
bordered-
down that. And
which
we.
we
you
didn't
know,
spell his name.
And
right.
also, I guess we
There's that.
we hit
could've
that
done
small
that.
pocket of people that are like, "We're not gonna take it."
And they came with pitchforks and torches.
Yeah.
And we
You know,
got
so I was
Oh
like,
my God,
and
that's funny.
John was like, "What do we do?" And I was like, "Bow down." I was like, "Bow down."
Man, the
Yeah.
machine won today.
Just
Yeah,
bow
it won.
down.
Oh, it totally
I
won.
believe
Yeah.
my actual words were, "They will crush our nuts into oblivion."
Yes.
Yeah. So
We,
No,
got
that-
we got enough out of it though.
That is a direct quote because when
It
John
is.
messaged me, on the bus home from work, he says, Scott says, "Well, I think the answer is simple here. Bow down. They could crush all our nuts into oblivion." It's
yeah,
official.
that was one. Like I said, it was a
I was
great
ready to keep
idea.
going, but
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
in our
yeah.
office was just like, "You guys are going to get in so much trouble," and I was just like, "No,
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? What's so wrong about this?"
satire, right? Yeah.
It's
It could have been a
satire.
great career move, but it could have also been.
I think it's even the funny part where he writes you guys and he has to write "and can't afford cable."
Yeah.
Like that to me throws all the authenticity out of it. Like it's like, come on, you're prefacing the whole legal whatever by saying can't afford cable.
State
which is
versus
great.
can't
very
afford
serious.
cable.
Yeah, the state versus.
It had a made-up docket number on it and everything. Like, it was when I saw the letter, I was like, "They did a good job." I was like, "Wow, that looks
Wow.
really good."
Crack
And
team
people
over
are
there.
like tagging me on Facebook, like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I'm like, I was like, "I'm not." I was like, "I don't. This is taking on a life of its own."
Well, then when I contacted you, you're like I was wondering because I kind of thought after I watched this skit, I was like, this is probably fake.
Yeah.
And then I wrote you, and I was gonna wonder if you're gonna not bring me into it, like almost right away. You're like, this isn't fake.
I felt we had to make that known. It's the first thing that popped into my head was basically the People versus Larry Flint. I was like, this is like the
this
Jerry
is crazy.
Falwell
Right.
Campari
That's what I
ad.
wanted it to
Right.
be.
It's like Jerry Falwell did not fuck his mother in an outhouse. I was like, and we did not get squashed by the Alabama Supreme
We
Court.
figured you would understand.
Yeah, we just thought
did-
it was
we aren't
very-
suggesting you should eat babies. We were making a point.
This is probably it's probably Roy Moore's just like, I don't need my name on any more bullshit. Like, let's just not. Can we just disavow this?
Yeah.
Right.
And
fucking now.
what's confusing for me is that I had written an article that was going to be the retraction. You know, like there was.
There was a reveal.
The
Yeah,
reveal
gotcha,
was
right.
being
Yeah.
published this afternoon.
So it was going to happen anyway.
that said that
But this is funnier. This is funnier that they actually
it's
had
so
to.
much
Yeah,
funnier.
Yeah. So this worked out good.
It is, and I love to think that the chief of staff had to watch our sketch. Probably
Maybe
watched it. Was just
multiple.
like,
Yeah.
People in the staff had to watch that.
and I just
Yeah.
want to think like the secretary behind him was like, like laughing.
Wow.
You know, just something.
And that just warms your heart.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
It makes
It
me
does.
feel better
I mean, because
as
that
an
was
Alabamian.
exactly the text of the reveal that you know
Yeah.
the Supreme Court rules that can't afford cable doesn't know what they're talking about.
Right.
And, yeah.
You know, like we
Yeah.
searched our offices and we couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
we
Betty
have no
was
idea.
looking all over the place.
Yeah, Kathy went and looked in files and she couldn't find the.
Yeah.
I felt like I wrote their day last night, and it's
Right.
very
Yeah.
confusing.
Well, that just goes to show. I mean, we picked the right path to get noticed,
Yeah.
and we did.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too much. Maybe we should.
I think
Maybe
it
we
worked.
should have went with a circuit court judge.
No. It's
I've had it
good.
in for Roy Moore for a
And-
while. I've been writing
Yeah.
a bunch of satire about him. I'm just so happy that I know for a fact that somebody in his office read it this
Yeah.
time.
Which is
Yeah.
great.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
like,
it-
thank you guys for
it
reading.
it
my
went
stuff.
to the top.
It went
That,
up
that
there.
happened so fast because we
So
it came
fast.
out like
Almost around.
10:30.
They are- they
You gotta
not-
stay ahead of these stories.
They
They
are
are
not
figure that
fucking
now.
around.
They
Yeah.
You can't let these things
Oh
go
no,
anymore.
they are.
Yeah.
They are.
like
They are
2
not
o'clock,
fucking
and
around.
then, but the best was still just being able to talk to Mr. Dupree in
Right.
person.
That's official.
That was-
Because Ben was very nice.
He was,
And Ben
he
was
he was in defense of me. Like
He
that
was
really
consoling
cool.
John. He was like,
Oh,
"Now
nice.
I assure you that this letter didn't come from us, so you don't have to be
Oh,
scared."
well, he's a,
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
John's like, "Okay, well, thank you." I
yeah,
appreciate
no,
it."
because we totally made it on Photoshop. Like, we got this.
Like,
Yeah.
it's okay, man. We're cool.
All right, so man, really cool. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing is pretty funny
Fun
and
stuff.
a good way to promote you guys. So you have some upcoming things that you want to talk about real quick, so before we cut
Well,
out.
that
Hullabalo.
is
Hullabalo.
that is what this is all about.
Saturday,
Is-
October 3rd.
Yes,
Okay.
hosted by Joel Elliott right here.
As long as I'm free.
As long as we're all free.
Right.
Hullabalo, as John mentioned, it's a live variety show. We do
great.
We do pre-recorded sketches made by us with Can't Afford Cable, the group at Hullabalo, local comedians. And we air those there. We also do live sketches. We have a little bit of stand-up. We have a live band. We also show sketches from national sketch comedy groups, literally from all over the country. At our first show, we highlighted groups such as Women.
Which you were hosting.
Yeah, which I hosted. Women, which is a great sketch comedy group based out of Los Angeles, California. A group called Hush Money, located out of Los Angeles, and a group called Massive Fraud, which is located out of New Orleans, Louisiana. They're all fantastic. We
Really
showed
funny
their
groups.
sketches, yeah, really funny. So it's got something for everyone. So at the first show, I wrote most of the content. At this show, Joel actually created most of the content. So at the shows, you actually get to see the people who wrote, created, recorded, and perform live, all there at the show, along with a musical guest.
So each show is very different.
Yeah, it's totally unique. It's
Yeah,
a
you
new
get a different
experience
experience
each
each
time.
And again, this is at Low Mill this Saturday.
It is at
This
Prototype
Saturday?
Multimedia,
Prototype?
Studio
Saturday,
150.
What time does it start?
8 p.m.
And is there a cover at the door or
$7.
$7.
$7 bucks at the door?
And it's
Yeah.
it's BYOB.
BYOB.
So actually
All the work
doing-
that we put into it. $7 is a steal.
And then what's the website where people can get more information on it and see it?
You probably would find it best if you search for just Can't Afford Cable on Facebook or
Right.
Hullabalo on Facebook.
Yep.
HULLABALOO.
Correct.
Just like it
2
sounds.
L's, then
Hullabaloo.
1 L.
Yeah.
Hullabaloo.
And I
Hullabalo.
believe there actually is the new links and everything. If you go to can'taffordcable.com, We actually are going to be getting some new podcasts and videos and stuff up there as well. It's a very new site, but it should have the flyer with all the information on there as well. You're actually going to be, and all of us, I guess, are going to be going out trying to get some more hype and just get people to show up. We're giving out some buy one, get one free tickets. So if you come there with the ticket, you can buy a ticket and your friend can get in for free.
I don't know when
Sounds
we're publishing this, but if it's Wednesday night and you're watching this, come downtown. I'll say hi.
All right, guys, very cool. The whole thing was pretty funny. I'm glad you guys could come in and get this whole thing behind you, because it's been crazy.
It's
But
been a long and hectic day.
but in promotion of what you guys got going on this Saturday, which is really cool. So
Yeah.
check these guys out. Can't Afford Cable, guys. Thanks for coming in and hanging out and talking to me about it.
Sure.
And then also I want to again promote Pinhook Provisions for giving the studio space, Yellowhammer, and Tangled String. And then also to talk to everybody out there about No Huntsville coming coming to TV, the real TV, instead of just the internet, with the Valley CW Channel 15, November 21st. Saturday at 4 p.m. is going to be our first airing. We're having a big party over at Yellowhammer. Have everybody come out and watch that with us. We're just going to have a great time. It's going to be cool. We got some big guests coming up and some good music guests also.